Hi, I'm Sharella. Do you feel like you're motivated by will, wit, or wisdom? I think that there are different phases in life where we are motivated by each. I've heard it said that in your 30s, 20s, and 30s, you're motivated by your will, that you have enough willpower to do something. When you're in your 40s, you start to use your wit. You can be witty about things that get you what you want. But then ultimately, in your 50s and beyond, you are motivated by wisdom. So let me give you a couple examples. If you want to have good exercise and good eating habits, you're going to use will, wit, and wisdom in different ways. So let's say I'm going to go back to when I was 20. I was like, yes, I can push, I can do this thing. So if I was trying to be healthy about something, I'd be like, I can do this. I will push myself. And then for as I got a little older and you use your wit, you're saying, I'm going to look better and I'm going to do this thing because of the pride of what I want to be the result. I want this to look good, so I am going to do this for this reason. Because your will kind of starts to peter and you think, well, how long can I keep doing this by just my sheer will? And then ultimately, with the wisdom, you say, there are good reasons behind why I want to be healthy and why I choose the things that are going to make me happier by being a healthier person. That's wisdom. And it's not fueled by, okay, I'm going to go exercise and I'm going to eat healthy. It's like, this is just a good idea and that is why I'm going to do it. Okay, so think about finances. With your finances, you might use will to say, I am going to save this money and I am going to do without. I am going to persevere. Okay, so you've got that power within you to just not spend the money. Now with wit, you might say, well, you know, I'm going to seem like I'm choosing to not spend money and to save my money and maybe to drive a lesser car or wear lesser popular clothes or something like that because I choose to. I actually want to do this. It's better for everybody in the end if I just do the choice that doesn't seem so worldly. So I'm just going to choose this way. So that's kind of wit. And then with finances, ultimately, the wisdom would be I see clearly why I should not just spend money whenever I want to. I need to save some, I need to pay off my debt, and I can see that that is just going to make me ultimately happy in the end. So it's not that I'm going to use my willpower or even my wit to try to save money or spend it more wisely. It's that I know in the end, I can see clearly why I want to do this thing, and I do it because I can see it. How about career? So the will would be, I have energy to burn the candle on both ends. Man, do you remember that? College? It was like if you went to college, you could burn the candle at both ends. You could go to sleep at 2 a.m. and wake up at 6 a.m. to go exercise with the roommates. That's what I did. And I don't even see how I got by on that little sleep, but I had the will to do that. So then with wit, you might think, like, let's say with a career or, you know, a job, something, you might say, what can I finagle or orchestrate now that I'm in somewhat of a position of power? What can I help other people to be encouraged to do it the way I want to do it? And then wisdom in a career would say, you know what? I'm going to put people first because that's really what matters. And I know in the end, everyone's going to be better if people are first. That's the wisdom of a career in as you get older and you begin to see things why you want to do it so obviously. Okay, how about let's say relationships. So with relationships, you might say from willpower, I'm a fighter. I am committed. I know this was my personality. I was like, man, you're just totally in that. When you're married, you are committed 100%. We don't both give 50%. We both give 100%. And then wit might be, well, maybe I can talk them into doing things my way. And I'm not just talking about marriage. Like maybe, you know, just in at work or at play or wherever relationships, you might say, well, maybe I can just kind of talk my way into it, and they'll do things my way because I'm so nice and I've just got the right things to say, and people just want to do what I ask them to. Now, the relationship wisdom would be unconditional love is my goal. No matter how they're treating me, no matter what kind of outcome I want to see, I'm going to do this in a loving way. No matter how they show up, I am going to be unconditionally loving. Then relationships work. Yay, finally, right? But maybe that's into your 50s. Hopefully it's sooner. How about with challenges in life, like the life experiences? Willpower would be, I can do this thing because I have filled my reservoir, and so I can withstand this thing, this challenge or this experience because I have enough in there. And then at the end of willpower, where you're like, okay, it's gone. There's no more reservoir. Now what do I do? And if you've ever had burnout, you know what that is, where you're just like, I have no desire to do anything. For me, I felt like I was just swimming through tar. Have you heard that feeling where you just can't do anything? The willpower, the well has run dry. Well, with these experiences with wit, you may be even to the point where you say, maybe I can pay someone to do this. I can just get the right person in here and we can just get it done. Or, figure out some way to manipulate other people to get the way that you want. And then with these experiences with wisdom, you might be saying, how could this thing that I'm experiencing actually teach or help me some way that I'm not even seeing right now? How can this actually be a good thing? How can I have this thing work in my favor? Because then you start to build that energy source and that power again, because you're running off the correct source of learning and becoming, instead of just trying to persevere and get through it. There's actually the wisdom of understanding why you're having an experience or a challenge. So many ways that you can apply will, wit, and wisdom. Where would you say you are? I hope I'm in wisdom, though I don't know. Sometimes it definitely is willpower, just getting up in the morning. Or right now we're trying to process pears and apples off the tree, and it gets tiring, and I kind of have to have some willpower. Sometimes I have the wit of being able to talk people and helping me with it. And then the wisdom of like, this is going to be so great on a November morning when I pull out that bottle of pears and add some maple syrup with it and cinnamon and lemon juice. And we're going to serve it over those pancakes, and it's going to be so wonderful. So of course I have to do it. So think of how you can apply will, wit, and wisdom in your life, kind of in those grades that I talked about, and decide where you are, and maybe learn to advance quicker to the wisdom part, because willpower truly only works so long. Wit kind of feels like you're finagling and orchestrating things for other people to help you with through what you say, and maybe it's done with totally good intentions. But I find that wisdom in the end is the true winner, and it is going to ultimately bring you the best results. So I invite you to use wisdom when you can, and to see the wisdom in not always defaulting to the willpower, to not finagling kind of with the wit. And like I said, not that that's always bad, not that using wit is bad, but you kind of start to use your brains instead of your brawn at that point, but to use the wisdom. All right, well, if you like to talk about or would like to change the way you do things, as far as even your self-care, the way you treat your body and your exercise, your eating, I have created a program that incorporates steps to help you become better all around for your health. And you can find this at www.honeydewhealthin91.com.